My mother has been searching for her biological father all her life, and I was able to get a lead in 3 minutes. I'm like a mini private investigator. I did a search for the name Robert, and when I was scrolling, I came across a photo of a man that looked like he could be my grandfather. He had the same eyes as my mother, he had the same nose as my mother, he looked just like her. That photo was actually posted by his son, Robert Jr. Robert Sr. actually passed away decades ago. But Robert Jr. could be my mom's brother, and through him, she was able to connect with other potential siblings. It would mean the world to my mom to finally know where she comes from. I think I found my mom's family, but we need Karamo to confirm.
Well, I'm glad y'all are here so I can help you confirm. Everyone, please welcome Shan is in the audience right now. Hey, Shan, how you doing? We're going to talk to you a little bit later. But I want to welcome everyone, your mother Antoinette, to the show first. How are you doing?
I'm blessed. I can't complain.
Good. This is a 53-year-old DNA mystery.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
So how did this whole search start for you?
Well, it started when my mother and my stepfather sat me down when I was 12 years old and told me that he wasn't my biological father. So after that, I was like, you know what? The search is on, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm from Detroit. We used to have a phone book that's like this thick. So I went through the phone book. I went through every Robert, like hundreds of them.
Yeah.
And no luck. But like a year or two later, we did find one of his sisters. So we went to her and met with her, and she was looking for her, my dad's number. So she told us to come back. We came back maybe a couple of weeks later, and she had passed away.
Oh.
So it was like a dead end, you know? So I'm like, oh my God,
How
my
old were you
heart
at that age?
I was about, I want to say maybe about 19.
19.
About 19
So 19
then.
to get so close after, some of y'all young kids, y'all not going to understand, going through the yellow pages, page by page, this was a task,
Yes,
okay?
it was.
And then to get close and then to have her pass, that must have been a devastating moment for you.
It actually was.
Yeah.
It was, you know. But I said, you know what? My search is not going to stop here.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So. Yeah.
What had your mother told you about your father?
I didn't know much. I just knew like the area that he hung out in Detroit. I knew his name and his sister, one of his sister's names.
Okay.
And that was pretty much it.
Got it. How did you get your daughter involved in all this?
Actually, okay, so I'm talking to my daughter on the phone. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to continue my search for my dad. Because I had made a post about 7 years ago on Facebook with everything that I just told you.
Yeah.
No luck. So she's on Facebook like she always is, okay? Facebooking. And 3 minutes later, she's like, Mom, I think I found him. I'm like, huh?
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
I swear on everything. It was 3 minutes, y'all. So 3 minutes later, she like, Ma, I'm sending you the picture. She sent me a picture. It was a picture of my father because that's on my brother's page. So she was like, he looks just like you. Like, y'all, that's your dad. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to inbox the guy whose page, the picture was on. I said, we may be siblings. And he like, okay. I said, can I ask you some questions? He said, yes. So the first question I asked him, and he said yes to that. I'm like, oh my God, my heart is like beating out my chest.
I can imagine.
So I asked him another question. He like, yes, again. I'm like,
Hold on,
oh
we
my
had those
God.
initial texts with your potential brother. Can I see him with your potential brother,
Yeah.
Robert?
Yeah.
Okay, you say, good afternoon, Mr. Robert. My name is, you're so polite. Mr. Robert, my name is Antoinette, and I'm searching for my father, and his name is Robert as well. I was wondering, could I ask you some questions, see if he was related? I don't have a lot of information. Do you know if your dad lived around the blank and blank area and hung out around that area in the 70s? And I appreciate you responding to reaching out to people with the exact same name with no luck. Yes, he hung out that way when I was a kid. Okay, good. So that was good. Okay, wow, I don't want to make you feel kind of way, but we might be siblings. He said, I will call you in 30 minutes. Wow,
Yeah.
okay. So how did you feel knowing you may have connected with your father's side of the family right there?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Just to have, that moment,
Yeah.
And then when he called me, I'm at work, and I just bust out crying. People looking at me, I'm like, I'm sorry, I think I found my daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how it kind of went.
Wow.
So.
3 minutes, okay? I mean,
Inspector Gadget.
yeah, right? Your potential father had 9 other children. Has everyone been welcoming towards you?
No.
No.
No. I've only met 2 so far.
And they've been good?
My brother, yes, he has.
Okay.
He's been very welcoming, even his wife.
Okay.
Okay. But not so much with my sister. I kind of felt the vibe from her, like, okay, she might be reluctant. You know what I'm saying? Which I get that.
Yeah, okay then. So why is this DNA test important to you?
It is important to me because I just want to find that piece of the missing puzzle.
Well, Antoinette's potential sister, Pat, is here today, so everyone, please welcome her to the show. Hi, Pat. How are you doing?
Hello, how you doing?
Thank you for being here.
Hello.
So how do you feel about what was just said?
Well, it's true. And I feel kind of reluctant because, don't take it personal,
It's not personal.
but
It's business.
we had this said before, we
Oh.
may not look like much, but everybody want to be part of this family.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
we went through this before
Okay.
with a young gentleman, and he said the same thing, but at the same time, he was trying to hit on me.
Oh.
So what kind of brother is
I ain't gonna
that?
hit on you. I ain't
No,
gonna
but I'm
hit
just saying. I'm not trying to be funny. I just don't want to get emotionally attached,
That
And
makes
I
sense.
get that. I get
And,
that.
but at the same time, I
it's
do got to
about
give
me.
you a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm.
So you're
And
that
I-
other
and I
sibling
appreciate
that's skeptical. You're the,
Yeah.
okay, then
Yeah.
got it, okay then. So you're hesitant to embrace her because of this other gentleman that came into your life before. Makes sense to me. But what I appreciate about what you just said is that you're willing to give her a shot.
And I appreciate that. Look, I appreciate that as well.
Did it surprise you to hear that your father may have other children?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not for me, because my mama said he was a Rolling Stone.
Got
okay?
it, got it, got it.
It might be about 50 of us out there.
Got it,
Well,
Y'all
got it.
might be our brothers and sisters.
Just call Karamo and let him know.
You never know.
But,
What do your other siblings think about all this?
well, a couple of them are hurt.
And I get that, but we grown now.
I know we grown, but
You
you know,
know,
sometimes we can't let it
Grown.
go. You know,
And I understand that too. But listen, it's about me. Y'all know who y'all daddy is. I don't.
right?
But if you're found that you all are sisters, you're going to open arms?
Yeah, she is.
am.
Yeah, she
I
is.
can tell. I can tell, okay. Pat, we're about to meet Venice. And to be clear, you and Venice share the same
Yes,
mom
we
and dad.
do.
Okay, so this is your potential sister.
Yes.
Have you ever met her before?
No, can I hug her though? Can I?
Yeah, it's up to her.
That might be my sister.
Well, you've never met her before,
Okay,
and
no,
she's here
I've
today,
never
so
met
everyone,
her.
please welcome Venice to the show.
Okay.
That kept us away from you.
Oh my God.
How are you? What's up? How you doing? Thank you for being here. I love y'all energy. Seriously. So how do you feel about what was just said?
Let me give my sister flowers while she's sitting here, and I've already told her this before. My father died July 10th, 1987, when I was 5 years old. I was a daddy's girl. I love my daddy. He couldn't go nowhere without Venice.
Yeah.
I was always by his
Yes.
side. He took his last breath on this earth in front of me. And this sister here, after my father passed, she cooked for us. She had to do our hair. And if Antoinette is our sister, she could have been doing it as well.
Yeah.
Because my mother, had she came out a couple years ago, I wouldn't be so open like I am now. But after I started my own healing journey and process, and as I'm going through that, I'm open and I'm welcoming to her now. And if you are my niece, Shay, where you at?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
If you are my niece,
Yeah.
you get your detective skills from me. Okay,
yeah,
if you my
she
niece. Because when
that's how you are?
That's how I am, babe. I'm the detective of the group. So Pat sends me the picture, and one thing about my daddy, all of his children got his nose.
Yeah.
We got his nose and his last name. And the thing about when I saw her picture, I was like, oh, okay. I talked to her that day, and the first time I was like, oh, we can go Karamo. I said, Karamo, go get your arms.
Yeah, she did.
I appreciate that.
I said, when it comes to her, I said, Karamo, go give you your envelope, and it says your truth to open, and therefore, that's where we can go. Because I watch you every day.
Yeah,
And you
I
look good in
I know that
person. You
support.
look good in person,
Thank
Karamo.
you.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And that's why I contacted you, so you can give us truth.
So it looks like we have a ping. It looks like it's from Venice and Pat's sister, Sharon.
Hi, Karamo. I just wanted to say that I don't really care if Antoinette is my sister or not. I have enough siblings and don't need another one. So if it turns out Antoinette is a part of the family, everyone else can welcome her in. I want to stay out of it.
Tell Sharon I'm coming to her house. I'm from Detroit, and listen, you're going to accept me whether you want to or not. And that's what it's going to be. Sharon. So there we go. Period. As my daughter would say.
Period. Well, I want to talk to your daughter Shan for a moment, who set all this in motion. How you doing, Shan?
I'm good.
How do you feel about your 3 minutes on Google got us all here today?
I feel great.
Yeah. Have you seen your mother going through this struggle for a while? And how has it
Yes.
affected y'all?
Yeah, she's been searching for her dad for a while, and she just wanted to know who her dad was and if she had some siblings out there.
Yeah.
So I think that she'd be very happy to know the results.
On your mother's side, do you have any siblings?
Yes.
You do have siblings.
Yep, I got
okay,
two
then.
brothers and a sister.
Two brothers and sister. Are you close with them?
Yeah, very close.
Okay, good. But you said earlier it's that missing piece from
Just
something
that missing
else.
piece, yeah.
Understandable. Do you think the results, if they come back, that this is her sister, these are her sisters, that it will bring them closer, from your opinion?
Yes, I think it would bring them closer together. And it's no doubt in my mind that them are her siblings, because she has her dad's nose, she has her dad's eyes. They look just alike to me.
Okay, then. Well, thank you for the work you've done to bring us here,
That's
but I
right.
think it's time to get the DNA truth. In this envelope is the DNA truth you have been waiting 53
Yes,
years
God.
for. The answers
Yes,
you've been
God.
waiting for. And as your sister knows, the thing I say next is, what I say next?
This is your truth to open.
Not mine.
That's
So
it.
here you go. This is your moment.
You my sister.
Come on down here, Shan. Shan, you come on down here with your mama.
I'm a big old crybaby. So
No.
I knew I was gonna cry anyway.
Oh, congratulations.
My sister.
When I see her,
This your auntie. These your aunties.
I told you that, though, didn't I?
Take a seat for me. How
You get your
feel?
detective skills from me, I'm
Okay.
telling you.
Let me
I'm
move
telling you.
that. Let me move this. You can take a seat. You can take a seat. Yeah.
Oh my God.
How you feeling this moment?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Just getting the answers that I've
That's
been
it.
looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, now I know who I am.
That's it.
Yeah. You know for sure.
Yep.
You know for sure.
Just going on my wall. It's going on my wall. It is.
Can I just say
yes, of
this one
course you
thing,
can.
Karamo?
Yes,
When
of
I
course
went
you
to go take the DNA test, and the man said, "Well, who are you?" I said, "I'm the potential sibling." I said, "I got the DNA that she wants." And he started to laugh, and he said, "Really?"
Absolutely.
I said, "Yes."
Yes.
And I also want to say this. I'm so sorry that you, even though I only had him for 5 years, I'm so sorry that you didn't get to meet him, because he was an awesome man. He loved his children. If he would have known about you, he probably would have made your mother change your last name and everything.
But guess
he took
what?
care of his. You got us now.
I got y'all.
You
Yeah.
got us, and we
I
are
got
all
y'all.
a piece of him.
Sharon. Where's Sharon at?
Okay. Sharon, yeah. Sharon, if you watching, you got a new sister, whether you like it or not, Sharon. But I will say this, Venice, I appreciate you because I can tell you watch my show.
Yes, sir.
Because
She loves your show.
I appreciate that. Because what I try to do is I also try to help people understand that people need closure and they need that love and sometimes just giving her, you didn't have to do that.
No, she didn't.
Knowing that you just said, like, we're glad you're here. If your father was around, he would have wanted you around. You know what I mean? It helps you to know that it wasn't that you weren't wanted.
That's it.
Things happen.
And that's all I want. You know, because all my life I felt like that.
My God.
You get what I'm saying?
I do.
So
I get
that
it.
was my main reason for looking for my father. Because I always had that feeling like, I wasn't wanted.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm happy that you have your ansers and that your sister,
Thank you. Yeah, my
could give you a bit of that closure.
Yes.
So thank you.
know,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
Karamo, we done come to the right place.
You came right here.
The right place.
All right, listen, I'm so happy for y'all. Now I'm gonna want some pictures from Christmas dance, okay? All right, friends. Thank you for being with us. Make sure to come back next time, friends, so we keep talking and growing. I love you all.